So this video popped up on my recommendations for some reason, and I just wanted to respond or react, I guess, to it.
Our sad little pocket of the internet. There is a bizarre, sad little pocket of the internet
There's nothing, first of all, bizarre about this or sad. I think it's weird that he immediately calls it that. I'm sure that he's a nutter. I haven't watched this video fully through yet. Like I said, it popped up and I clicked play out of curiosity because it has like 355,000 views and this dude's got close to 5 million subscribers. I've never heard of him. I don't know what his channel is even about. This popped up, I guess because I'm active with dog related content. So I thought it would be kind of fun. I've never really done a React video, but this looks like it would be fun to react to.
called r/Dogfree, a surprisingly large community of people
He just called it like a sad little corner of the internet, but the sub has, which I'm a part of that subreddit, of course. It's one of my favorite. Ranty calls it our homeland, which I think is funny. Um, so it's not a sad little pocket if it also has a large number of people on it. And then I guess he's gonna claim these are not a problem or not real, but everyone knows, including dog nutters, that this is all things that dogs do. And this is the reason this community has to exist is because people are subjected to barking at any outside noise, general noise 24/7. I just had issues sleeping the other night because my nutter neighbor's 15 dogs or however many she has now, have been barking like crazy recently. I can hear them inside my house. I don't have a dog, and I'm kept awake, interfered with my working all the time because her dogs never shut the hell up.
who hate dogs and dog owners.
Interrupting activities, yes. I don't even own dogs, and this happens to me. Digging up gardens, spending time training. People spend tons of money attempting to do this too. Stealing food, yes. Nutters joke like, see, here's the difference. Nutters admit and joke and make memes about their dogs stealing their food, but according to this genius, this is not when if you complain about it, it's bad, but if the dogs do it, it's cute. Dragging their asses on the floor, yes. Hair all over the house, yes. Are you saying that's not true? Dogs stink, yes.
I cannot stand puppies. Putrid gluttons.
That's actually hilarious. I love that comment. They are putrid gluttons. Okay, laughing like an idiot doesn't make any of these things untrue.
Dumb woman just lets her rat dog run in front of me in the park.
But then this disgusting mutt came next to me.
Now, before I really get into it, I want to thank this video's sponsor, Rock.
Okay, then he does an ad for Rocket Money, which, like, honestly, should I look into that? I probably do have, like, subscriptions that I should just cancel. Anyways, let's skip the ad.
To discuss modern day dog ownership and its effects on society. Like, get the fuck out with that.
Okay, so this guy clearly is claiming that dogs don't have an effect on society, but we know that dogs and dog culture, people in our society alone are spending billions of dollars on dogs. I just saw a post someone made in a Facebook page I'm a part of for fitness and meal prepping. And they posted a picture, and I'm actually thinking about leaving that community because it's so filled with dog nutters. because I'm here for fitness related, tips, meal prepping ideas. And this guy posted himself meal prepping for his dog. And it was scrambled eggs, ground beef with vegetables. I mean, do you know, have you've looked at the prices of groceries lately, right?
Dogs and dog owners are crippling society. Oh, this is hilarious. Weigh in from dog owners is off topic and disallowed.
Why are you just you're reading these things laughing, like mocking them? Is that the best? That's the best you can do as far as an argument goes. The best you can do to address these grievances is to just laugh mockingly. Of course, weigh in from dog nutters would not be allowed in this space. It's a space for people who don't like or own dogs and who are yet are still affected on a daily basis by nutters who choose to own dogs and bring them in public, ruin everybody's experience. People can't enjoy their own homes because of incessant barking, people letting their dogs crap and pee all over your landscaping. I mean, imagine thinking that this isn't an issue in society. Everyone knows that it is. The problem is that dog nutters do not have conscientiousness for others. So they make everyone else's life miserable with their dogs.
Thank you for respecting ours. So it's an echo chamber. They just want an echo chamber for.
It's a community for a certain topic. I mean, you can call it an echo chamber because you're trying to discredit it or mock it and make fun of it, but that's literally what communities are for. If I started a community for I don't know, like a book club, and then someone came in and wanted to talk about frisbees, extreme frisbee or golf or whatever that, just some completely unrelated topic, like, no, that's not what the book club is for. Get out. Would you call that an echo chamber? I mean, I don't know. This guy just, how does he have this many subscribers? I don't know. I wonder what his actual channel's about.
Forever. It's like, if you actually own dogs, we do not want to debate you. Get off our turf. No, 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 no. This is purely for rageaholics who are addicted to hating dogs and dog owners. When
That is the most insane characterization. I mean, obviously, this guy has to be extreme or whatever to get views. He has to be a little over the top and ridiculous. I get that. Okay.
you own a dog, you are taking a dirty animal and allowing it to live in your house.
Yes, that's true. Reading it in some silly voice doesn't make it untrue. I guess your goal, again, is just to mock this. And this is why dog nutters and dog owners aren't allowed in the conversation. Because instead of addressing, make an argument for how a dog in your house isn't letting a dirty animal in your house, instead of just reading it in a silly voice.
Dogs are unclean. They may not relieve themselves in your house, but they also might. I'm sorry.
Is that the best you have? You can really be this dumb and have 5 million subscribers? I mean, I guess that doesn't shock me. But yes, dogs piss and shit in people's houses all the time, even the so-called trained ones. I don't think I've ever been to a dog owner's house and not been able to smell the dog, see literal uh dust bunnies of fur all over the place. I know there's people with dogs that do keep up with cleaning. Like they try to really hard to keep a clean house, and some are worse than others. But no matter how hard you try, it's you can't keep up with it. There's fur on all over the furniture. There's fur everywhere. There's fur floating in the air. I went into a relative's house who owns way too many animals in general. They cats and dogs, but they have several dogs in the house. There was hair floating around through the air to the extent that I somehow got a dog hair in my mouth from just being in their house. Like I wasn't even eating anything or doing anything. I was actually doing my best. I notice this when I go into dog nutters' house like this. Um, I'll start breathing shallow. I'll start breathing more shallowly because I can smell my nose starts getting runny. Like I can tell immediately there's hair and dander and shit smell everywhere. Even in homes that are more well maintained than others.
That's the best sentence I've read in a while. Dogs are unclean. They may not relieve themselves in your house, but they also might. You can say that about anyone and anything. You can say
What? No, you can't. I have never had a guest, a human guest, like just go pee on my rug.
this about children. Your 5-year-old kid might not stab you in your sleep, but he also might if it wants.
Again, just this is why you can't have a good faith conversation or debate with nutters because they just make these ridiculous off the wall. They first of all don't address the actual issue. This guy can do nothing but make this silly, absurd sounding laugh and then make a completely ridiculous false equivalent. Like, your 5-year-old might not stab you, but he might. Like, no, you can't have a good faith debate with someone like that.
To take a dump, it's going to. Yeah, humans kind of do that too.
No, they don't. Are you seriously telling me that you've had a friend come over to your house and take a dump on your carpet? I mean, if you have, like, what the hell? Who are you hanging out with? But no, people don't, no one else does this. Dogs do this. That's the issue.
It might wait for you to let it out, and it might not. Yeah, they're saying like you're just rolling the dice when you get a dog.
I just, yes. I mean, are you claiming? Dude, there are people that literally don't even take their dogs outside sometimes. Like they leave these pee pads in their house intentionally so the dog will just piss and shit in their house on these like, and you cannot convince me that those things do a good enough job. Plus, even if they absorb the piss and shit like liquid, that smell is emanating through your house. It's getting in your fabrics. You know, that's what I'm saying. There's a smell and a filth that you just cannot clean. Like no amount of cleaning can keep up with that level of filth. This is why dogs should not be kept in people's houses. It's just so disgusting, dude. Like this guy has to be a nutter.
Their biggest like boo gotcha is a dog might shit itself in your house.
No. No. First of all, this isn't about gotchas, okay? And pissing and shitting in houses is just par for the course with dogs. One of the real problems is that they might fucking kill you. Okay? This happens literally almost every day. Every week, I'm seeing stories about dogs killing a child, killing their own owners, getting out and attacking a random passerby, attacking mailmen, delivery people, meter readers. You know, like, just this guy is a clown.
House. Like, yep, that's very par for the course. When you take a dog in, you are literally sharing your living space with an animal. Again, you're just saying the same words to make your essay longer.
What?
It's no better than living with sheep or goats in your bedroom. I think there's something else going on here with this user. You can clean a dog all you want, but it still isn't going to be clean enough to live inside. This is like Macbeth levels of like, out damned spot.
Um, no, it's just true. You will never be able to get all of the hair, all of the dander, all of the filth, the smell. Wet dog smell is a thing. Are you going to deny that? It's a thing because even right after somebody has tried to wash this thing, it freaking stinks. It smells even worse.
Oh, I can always tell a dog owner, even if I haven't seen their dog, by how their home smells. And sometimes by how they smell. It's just weird that it's so accepted in our society. I know, society really needs to change, man.
Yeah, it is weird. It's completely insane. Like, imagine claiming that this 66 plus thousand person subreddit exists because dogs aren't an issue and everyone's just make art. You haven't refuted a single one of these statements. Like, the best you can do is some kind of weird mocking laughter. It's not funny for the people who are affected by this shit.
This is their catchphrase. Animals belong in a barn or on a farm, not inside people's homes.
I don't think that's really a catchphrase, that's just a statement of fact. Animals really don't belong inside. And up until relatively recently, for the most part, they weren't kept inside.
Send. Oh, they thought they were cooking when they posted that. Oh my god. And then it's echo chamber. They're like, "Yeah, they are outdoor animals. Yeah, they're filthy. Yeah."
Again, what would you expect on a subreddit dedicated to people talking about a specific topic? You know, would you go, whatever your channel's about, is that an echo chamber? Or like if you're a part of some, I don't know, what is your channel called? Jacksfilms? So maybe you review films or make films. I'm not sure. I've never heard of you before. If you went to a subreddit for film critique, would you call that an echo chamber because people, you know, the topic is restricted to film critique? No. This, like I said, your arguments aren't even, first of all, they're really not even arguments. They're so weak. The best you can do is like just read things in a mocking tone as if that's an argument.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck dogs. I'll take it a step further. Kill them. Oh my god. I was joking, but he literally says, I don't understand why dogs even exist in the first place. Oh my god. They're literally going, I'll take it a step further. Why do dogs even exist? Why?
Yeah, honestly, can you explain to me why a pug exists? Can you explain to me why a pit bull exists? I mean, we know the answer is because humans have been breeding them. In the case of pit bulls, they were bred to fight each other and kill other animals for sport. They are a sport fighting dog. This does not belong in our society. And they kill and maul and maim people and other animals literally every single day.
If I were God, I would snap them out of existence. Not working dogs, like farm dogs and police mutts that serve a function. I mean suburban lap and comfort dogs. We should kill them. Oh, they call dog owners mutt nuts, apparently. Mutt nuts. Like a slur. Get that filthy mutt nut out of me. Mutt nuts have mental problems. I fucking, yeah. It's like, you can't say that. I just did. And this is
Again, is this gonna be the entire video? He just like does these weird mocking laughs. I mean, I guess that's the point of his video, but it's gonna be difficult for me to get through, what, 27 minutes of this?
This is just one thing. This is just one post. Saw a dog inside Costco. Of course, you talked to the manager about.
Yeah, dogs aren't allowed in grocery stores, you nutter. And this fake service dog issue, you know, it's actually a crime, apparently. I don't know if this is nationwide, but I know in some places, having a fake service dog can be punished by, I think, a fine or even, what, like 60 days in jail. But that's never enforced. I know people go on Amazon, buy these fake service dog vests to pretend that their pit bull is like a service animal. It's not. It's their pet. It's not trained to do anything. And there's multiple videos online and in my own personal experiences of people just taking their pet dogs into grocery stores. I have spoken to managers before because I was in a grocery store shopping for my food that I eat, and some nutter had their pet dog in the store and it was licking the food in the cooler in the cases that it could reach with its snout. It was licking food. It was licking the floor, licking the cart that the woman was pushing around, and putting its filthy mouth on food that people are going to buy. And that is a health code violation. That's not a service dog. It was clearly not a service dog. It later in the store started barking at people who were shopping to get their groceries.
About it. I hope you walked up to the manager and were like, I see Uno Doggo over there. What are you gonna do about it? I saw a filthy mutt nut today in a Costco. I wish I could sit under a tree, but those fucking dogs keep biting my face off. What? What's the argument here? Without thinking about all of the pee on it. No way. No fucking way. I hate dog owners and letting them mark on every single tree. That must not even be very good for the dog. I found the best echo chamber on the internet. I get so angry when seeing a nutter. They have their own like vernacular, right? They're not dog owners. They're mutt nuts and just nutters. Are you sure this isn't clickhole?
Yes.
This is real. This is reddit.com. This is Dogfree, dude. Ban all pet dogs from pubs. You know I'm right. It's a lot of dog attacks. So they justify their hatred of dogs with like dog attacks in the news as a way of saying like, see, this dog attacked someone. My
Yeah, dogs. Are you so your argument is that dogs attacking people isn't a problem? So what, we should just let ourselves get mauled and bitten and infections and die of sepsis because you otherwise you might mockingly laugh? No, like people I mean, I don't even understand how you don't think this is an issue, frankly.
hatred of dogs is completely justified. Watch out for those mutt nuts. They'll get you, but you
Yeah, they do all the time. Are you claiming they don't? I mean, what is your argument? I mean, I know you don't have one. Your video here is just to act like this is ridiculous and a non-issue and silly and an echo chamber. But again, we're almost 6 minutes in, and you have done nothing but make a weird laugh at everything that you read. That is this the caliber of this is all it takes to get like 5 million subscribers to act like this?
you can poke holes in that argument very quickly. Sometimes humans attack humans.
Okay, yeah, so this is the caliber that we're dealing with. Well, sometimes other bad things happen, therefore this bad thing isn't bad. I'm sorry. This guy's just so ridiculous. Like, these arguments are so tired. They're not really even arguments. Well, sometimes your child might bite another child, so therefore people getting mauled to death by dogs isn't an issue in your echo chambers.
What's your solution there? Should we ban all humans? Friend keeps
Yeah, see, exactly. It's just like, oh, sometimes bad things happen that don't involve dogs, so, haha, gotcha. We can't do anything about the dog problem because there's other problems. Whoo, that's my argument. Aren't I so smart?
asking me to watch his dumb dog. More of a rant than, yeah, I figured it was more of a rant than anything. I'm friends with the guy that
This is a rant on your part.
owns a mutt he adopted. The dog isn't trained. It has what one would consider the equivalent to be Walmart training for a dog. What does that even mean? Doesn't listen to commands, dumb as a box of rocks, and ultimately not fun to be around as it won't stop getting in your face. Oh no, the dog's friendly?
Okay, see, there's a euphemism. If I was all up in your face, would you call that friendly? If I wouldn't leave you alone and I was pawing at you and begging for food and like rolling around in feces and get jumping on your pillows and dragging my ass across your pillows, would you call me friendly? Look at this smug. Look at this guy. He's so smug, like, oh, gotcha. Like, no, you didn't. Like, that's not friendly behavior. Being an untrained wild animal, like, getting all up in your face and, acting like out of control is not friendly. This is what nutters call friendly, but by any measure, that is not friendly behavior.
Put it down. Dogs are not a life commitment. And I'm tired of nutters saying it is. These shitty dog nutters literally value their stupid mud over a human being. It's a little sad. More instances of like dog attacks. So it's like, we gotta do something about these dogs, right? This is insane.
Yeah, we do. That's literally the issue. I mean, that's what we're trying to address. Something needs to be done. My next video is going to be about dogs destroying the livelihoods of farmers. And I don't want to, get into all that now because I'm making a dedicated video on that, but we're talking about millions of dollars of damages annually done to farms by dogs because they will indiscriminately get onto people's property and kill their livestock. Like I said, I'm not going to get into that now, but just the guy acts like none of this is an issue, but he doesn't actually even address any of the information. He can only laugh and mock people's real grievances.
To me, there are 66,000 members. Like, this isn't like some weird niche fringe thing. There are
But you just called it a sad little corner of the internet, and now, oh, you're gonna be concerned that it's actually not a niche fringe thing.
tens of thousands of people in this active subreddit who hate dogs so much that they wanted to join a little online echo chamber where they don't want any weigh in from dog owners. If you own dogs, there's the door. Why do dogs keep running? That's what
Okay, just real quick. There are communities and subreddits for dog nutters to go to and talk about their dogs all day. And sometimes I find some interesting content there because a lot of the dog nutters are on their dog forum saying, my dog is making my life miserable. I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours trying to train this dog and it still keeps biting at me. It's growling at my children. It's being aggressive. I'm scared of this dog. It's ruining my life. Why don't you go over there and look at some of that? And would you call that an echo chamber for dog nutters to go and talk about their dogs all day?
dogs do. These fucking mutt nuts just let their dogs run around. It's awful. Can you imagine?
Again, it's difficult to even respond because the guy's not making any actual arguments, but off-leash dogs are a huge issue. Feral dogs are a huge issue, especially in other countries where rabies is still a problem and people are dying of rabies every year. Kids are dying of rabies. And the main vector for that are dogs, off-leash, feral, loose dogs.
Screaming at your dog because it runs and likes to run. Dumb woman just lets her rat dog run in front of me in the park. The nerve of that woman letting her rat dog run around in a public park. Wow. Lock them both up by 6.
I gotta skip through some of this because just this, I'm sure it's gonna be 27 minutes of this guy just being like, oh, these people are dumb.
Puppies make you mad. My god, they are so annoying. Won't be visiting this friend again anytime soon, if ever. Yeah, puppies suck. 36 upvotes. It's a sickness.
Yeah, dog culture is a sickness. It destroys relationships, it destroys friendships, it destroys the environment. I made a video you can watch. It's an hour long, and I didn't even get into great detail. I was like speed reading through studies and articles about the number of pathogens, parasites, zoonotic diseases, ground contamination. I mean, it's like this guy he just honestly he just doesn't know. He just doesn't know anything about this topic, so it sounds absurd to him. And this in itself is evidence that we live in a completely dog nut society when someone can react this way with utter and sheer amazement that there are people who think dogs are an issue. Like the fact that you're having this reaction to a subreddit about being dog free is evidence that you live in a society completely saturated with dog nuttery. Like, you couldn't even fathom anyone would have an issue with dogs because you're so immersed in this culture that essentially has elevated dogs to this status of almost spiritual, you know, importance. They're practically worshipped in our society. They can't do any wrong. They're better than people. You have been immersed and marinating in that society for your entire life to the point that when you come across people who don't think that, it's like you can't even believe it.
That I don't feel bad making fun of. I'm sorry. Attacked by a dog for the first time, which that's gotta be a genuinely scary experience. But like, careful though, because when you apply that logic, like I got attacked by a dog, can I rant here on this anti-dog subreddit? It doesn't take very many leaps to get to like dangerous assumption territory. Why are
What are the dangerous assumptions? Again, people are attacked and maimed and killed by dogs every single day. I wish I was better at memorizing these statistics, but let me just. It's millions. How many dog attacks annually, US? This is just going to be the US. I'm looking for. So in 2018, 27,000 people underwent reconstructive surgery as a result of being bitten by dogs. Reconstructive surgery. And keep in mind that a lot of dog bites aren't reported, okay? So this reconstructive surgery is a severe bite. Approximately 4.5 million dog bites occur each year in the US. And again, this is underreported because a lot of dog bites are never reported. So it's more than 4.5 million, probably significantly more. Anyways, but of course, this guy doesn't know any of that. He doesn't actually, all he can do is go on here and he's reading things that push back on his programming, essentially, his like having been immersed in a dog nut culture for his entire life. So he's just coming across for the first time, probably, anyone pushing back on what his just assumptions about the world are. And he won't look into it further. All he can do is laugh and mock and think this is ridiculous.
people who hate dogs considered psycho? Let me answer that because this is the funniest sentence I've read in a while. I cannot stand puppies. I'm sorry. It's just kind of generally agreed upon that puppies are great.
See? He's just falling back on consensus here. It's generally agreed that puppies are great. No, well, yes, in dog nut culture it is. But again, go to like a pro dog subreddit and find all the people who are like, I just got a puppy and I regret it so much. I just got a puppy and it's destroying my house. I just got a puppy and it's making my life miserable. They chew on everything. They chew up people's belongings. They cause thousands to tens of thousands of dollars of damage to property and possessions in people's homes. They destroy floors, they destroy carpets, they destroy rugs, they destroy windows, like blinds. They whine all the time. They require a ton of money, veterinary care, time, attention. I mean, dog owners complain about dogs maybe even more than dog-free people do.
Dogs at a doctor's office? Now I've seen everything. Mild rant.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be able to watch 27 minutes of this. Um, why would there be a dog at a doctor's office? Are you saying, there aren't people with allergies? Do they not matter? I mean, it's just, again, like, the guy's just doing the same thing over and over.
Good one. Boom, got him. So I did a deep dive earlier on my own. Like I didn't stream it or anything, but I found like related subreddits. Dog-free humor. So all of the jokes on dog-free humor are pit bulls are bad. Almost
Oh, wow. Jokes on a dog-free humor subreddit are about dogs. And yes, pit bulls are um, inarguably the worst dog breed for a number of reasons. They are responsible for the majority of attacks, the majority of deaths, the majority of livestock killings. But, this guy's just gonna say, that's ridiculous, ha ha ha. Like, all he's gonna do is mockingly laugh at actual information.
literally every single joke. And if you think I'm exaggerating, oh, get it? Because pit bulls are not friendly and will bite you.
Yes, they do all the time.
Here's another one, right? Pit bulls are seriously misunderstood. See, it's funny, right? Because even in their dying words, they're defending pit bulls. That's the whole joke behind Dogfree. Another one. Yeah, see, another one. He's friendly. Get it? Get
Yeah, you literally said that earlier. You literally said this early. You are this joke. You know, you read a post a few minutes ago about a guy being annoyed at his friend's dog because it won't leave him alone. It's up in his face constantly, probably like sniffing his butt, getting all up in his junk. And his friend's only response is, or your response was, "Oh, you're mad that the dog is friendly?"
it? Because pit bull's bad. Do you get it though? Oh my god, another pit bull. They have, oh my god, they
That's not even a joke. Dog nutters, especially pit nutters, literally will post stuff like that.
have one fucking joke. They have one fucking joke. Okay, there we go. Not a pit bull. It's getting off on dog hatred. This is a cute little joke about, like, when your husband says we don't have any room for more dogs, and like, boop, boop, what about, the caption is, imagine the stench. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, like I said, this is the best this guy's got. So,
My girlfriend rides my dick and not a dog's. Nutters need to stop reproducing. Who hurt these people? I just submitted.
probably a dog. Probably a dog. How is that hard to understand?
Watch this movie or not. My daughter really wanted to watch the Doggy movie, and I was shocked how this movie could be so popular. It's awful. The dog is terrible. Like the epitome of terrible dog owners and their untrained dog. The dog's a menace. Oh my god, they're bitching about a fictional fucking dog from a movie. They're like,
Yeah, because that fictional dog from a movie mirrors their lived experience with dogs and their shitty dog owners.
remember that dog from that movie? It was awful. Terrible dog. More proof that we should kill all dogs. Wife wants to get a dog. Ugh, old ball and chain's getting all sorts of ideas. My wife loves dogs. Ugh. And would be heartbroken if we don't get one. She'll do most of the work and train the dog properly, but I hate, yeah, I figured, I hate dogs. Even a well-trained one. Even
Yeah, so this is how relationships work. One partner shouldn't be able to make a life-altering decision without input from the other. Not everyone likes dogs. I know this is shocking to you, so sit down. Not everyone likes dogs. That's right, I know. Take a moment. Not everyone wants to live with a dog. And like the guy's being very reasonable. No matter how well trained you claim the dog is, or that you're going to do all the work, don't worry, I'll get the dog and I'll do everything, you won't have to do a thing. That's not how this works in reality. You're going to have to smell the dog. You're telling me that you think getting a dog when a partnership where one person gets a dog and the other doesn't want a dog, that person that doesn't want the dog's not going to be affected. That's absurd.
Even when I don't have to do too much work for it. You sound miserable. Should I put
No, he sounds like he doesn't want a dog. It would be miserable for him to have to live with a dog that he doesn't want.
my foot down and say no? Absolutely. Yes. Please, 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 please go to your wife, arms folded, and say, honey, it's me or the dog. Please. Oh, please do that. Been a wife stream to get dogs.
See, I believe that he's saying that because he thinks that she would and should choose a dog over her husband. And then he's going to turn around and say that dog ownership doesn't have any effects on society, even when it's destroying people's relationships.
Since she was little, parents would never let her keep. Oh, just let her get the fucking dog. Now that we've married, she can finally get a dog of her own like she always dreamed of. On one hand, this is what my wife has wanted for all her life. On the other hand, I fucking hate dogs and their wet little noses, and sometimes they poop. P.U. On the other hand, I absolutely hate dogs. Oh my god, they're disgusting. And
Yeah, and why is that unfair? Why can he not have that? Okay, his wife has never had a dog. Her, what was it say? Her parents wouldn't let her get one. Yeah, probably because parents understand the level of responsibility that owning a dog is and knew there's no way their young daughter would be able to handle that responsibility and they would have to take on that responsibility both physically and financially. And now she's an adult and has no idea what you're actually in for when you get a dog. Whereas her husband probably has a better idea of how much of a nightmare it's going to be for both of them and is attempting to avoid that stress on their lives, the financial stress and obligation, vet bills, cleaning. You know, like he says, they're disgusting and high maintenance. They bark, they make noise. Why isn't he allowed to have that input on his own relationship just because, oh, his wife has always wanted a dog? Well, I'm sorry. She doesn't know what it's like to own a dog, and he'll probably have to take up some of the responsibility for it that he doesn't want. Your human relationship with your husband should be more important than bringing a dog into the scenario.
high maintenance, and they bark for no reason. If I could snap my fingers, just get rid of the whole species so that I don't have to keep one, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I bet you would. To recap, just so I understand, your reasons for hating dogs are as follows, and I quote, they're disgusting, high maintenance, and they bark sometimes. Your wife's lifelong dream of owning a dog that her parents wouldn't let her have. Now she's an adult.
I'm sorry too, but that's a sad lifelong dream. Like, there are so many millions of dogs. There are so many unwanted dogs in our society that shelters are constantly overflowing with dogs. They're past their limit on how many dogs they can keep. They're practically begging people to please come get a dog. Please come get these dogs. There's too many of them that people don't want. And like what a sad lifelong dream to have something that's so ubiquitous, that's so common, that's so there's so too many of them already. You know, that just shows you again that this culture has placed such a high value on these animals that it would become someone's lifelong dream to just get one. And they're literally giving them away in parking lots for free. There's so many of them overbreeding because people don't get them spayed or neutered.
She's married. It's her lifelong dream. They bark sometimes. Yeah, you know what? I hear your reason. I hear your reasoning. Yep,
That's not the reasoning. You don't you don't hear it.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah, there you go. Break your wife's fucking heart. Babe, it's me or the dog. And you can't have both. Unlike most dog wanting partners, my wife actually is willing to do both. Yeah, as you've stated.
She says that, but again, she's never had a dog, so she doesn't know the level of work that it's going to entail. And there's no way, okay, let's just be real for a second. There's no way one person's bringing an animal into the house and the other people in the house aren't going to be affected, especially with a dog. There's no way the guy will never be expected. There's no way she's never going to ask him, "Can you take the dog out? Can you help me with this dog? Can you help clean up this mess? Can you help take the dog on a walk? Can you do this and that? Can you take the dog to the vet with me or for me? Can you go to the store and buy dog food?" There's no way. This isn't going to affect his life as well.
Your wife is willing to do most of the work. What's the downside? It barks sometimes?
The downside is it's filthy, it stinks, the house is going to be filled with hair, and he's probably still going to have to do some of the work. And their finances are going to be affected because I assume as a married couple, they have to split, the cost of living together, and the dog is going to increase their cost of living. So, yes, no matter what she says, in reality, it is going to impact him. This isn't just some minor nothing decision. This isn't like, I've had a lifelong dream of learning to knit. So I'm finally going to, my parents never bought yarn for me, so I'm finally going to take up knitting. No, that would be a nice hobby she could do that would not impact him in the way that getting a dog would.
Like a dog? She's gonna walk the dog, train it, take care of it in general. This is a dream fucking scenario. Your wife is
No, it's not a dream. It's a nightmare scenario because that's not real. People claim things all the time. People can say anything. That doesn't mean that's how it's going to go in reality. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
and I don't have the heart to deny her that. Okay, so you're not totally heartless. Besides, she really will take care of it most of the time. Just shut the fuck up. She's doing all the work. Just say it. She's doing all the work.
No,
Oh my god.
that's not how this ever works in reality. And then, I don't know if you found it, you can go to Tales from the Doghouse and find out about that. People who are forced to live with dogs they don't want or didn't want, and their partner brought it home anyways, and now they're dealing with the fallout.
Won't be happy without one is weirdly manipulative. Oh my god, they're actually gonna argue. They're going to argue like, my man, don't get the dog. She'll be fine. She'll live. Your wife will be fine. She'll live. And you won't be stuck with a truly invasive and disgusting animal. The training and walking is such a small part of what makes dogs difficult, and I doubt she'll always be able to cover the care. That's amazing. Literally,
Yeah, no, that's true. That's exactly what I was saying, because that's how things work in reality. In real life, this isn't some picnic, walk in the park, the dog's gonna be there and you're never gonna notice it because the wife's doing everything. No, the dog's gonna be rubbing its ass across your carpet, jumping on your bed, getting all over the furniture, there's gonna be hair everywhere, it's gonna bark at everyone. When you go to try to take trips, you're either gonna have to bring the freaking dog with you or pay for it to be boarded or taken care of by someone else while you're gone. No, this just stop acting like getting a dog is a minor thing that's not going to affect anyone else. It's going to affect even your neighbors are going to hear that dog barking all the time, I'm sure.
it translates to, yes, your wife will do most of the work. What of those rare occasions where she can't? Then you have to pick up the dog poop. Do you really want that? Made you think.
No, he doesn't. That's the point. He doesn't want that, and he shouldn't have to have that. This is like I don't even Does this guy know what it's like to have a dog? I assume he's a nutter, but maybe he's just so inculcated with like nutter talking points because like I said, our society is just cooking in that all the time. We're just marinating in dog nuttery all the time that he doesn't have a dog, but he's still arguing on their behalf. I don't know. I wonder if this guy has a dog.
Think. The poop and pee will coat your furniture and bed, even if you try wiping for them. Oh my god. Don't forget, dogs bark. That's enough reason. They have physical needs. Yeah, a lot of living things to do. Even if
You know, noise is used as a form of torture. You know that, right? That that's a thing that can be so torturous to people that it's actually a technique used in torture.
if you don't want to touch the dog, it's going to want to touch you. Who can ever forgive a dog for wanting to touch you sometimes? Whenever Chipwich, all 9 pounds of her, comes running up to me, I go,
Oh, yeah, so he does have a dog. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
ugh, mutt spit. And I yeet her 20 yards away from me because I don't want to smell or reek of dog and dog hair. I don't want that on me. I punt every dog I see. I agree. My husband and I got a dog last year. His choice. I'm traumatized by dogs. He knew going into it I have a strong dislike of dogs. I let him know up.
Okay, so we're just gonna gloss over that. But you know, so it doesn't matter if she was traumatized by dogs and her husband wants one anyway and gets one that she has to live with now. Is that your position that you should just subject other people to things that they are traumatized by?
Front, I wouldn't be doing anything for it. He promised he would do all the training. No surprises, he did not train or discipline the dog.
Yeah, see, this is how it goes in reality. This is how it goes in real life. And this is what people are forced to live with, and this is why these communities exist.
Blah, 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 blah. Ended up needing to rehome the dog due to aggression issues and attacking myself and small children. Husband was the only person that the dog was ever nice to. Gee, I wonder why. Like, you made your
Oh, so now we're gonna victim blame. So the aggressive dog was attacking her and her children, but it's their fault for not being nice to the dog? I mean, yeah, this is just complete nuttery, of course.
distaste of dogs very upfront. You're like, the dog only liked my husband, never me. I can't imagine why. Say goodbye to all vacations for the next 15 years. That's true. That's true. When you get a dog, you can't board your dog anywhere. This is very true. How is there fucking so many likes? What is
Yeah, because this is such a big problem. How do you not realize that is the real question? And like I again just completely glossing over the fact that this dog the woman didn't want, that her husband brought home anyway, was attacking her and her children and blaming them for being attacked by an aggressive dog? This is sheer and utter nuttery.
wrong with these people? And like the poster said, weirdly manipulative. I noticed your wife said it was her lifelong dream. I find that rather manipulative.
Okay, so the woman who was traumatized by dogs and her husband brought the dog home anyway until they had to get rid of it because it was aggressively attacking her and his children. This dude brought home a dog that was attacking his wife and children. Is, is that not. Is, these nutters are so ridiculous. So, it's not manipulative for a woman to be like, oh, it's my lifelong dream to have a dog. I want to get one so bad. My parents never let me have one. Uh, that's not manipulative. Uh, okay.
As she is guilting you into getting something she's wanted her whole life. Even though she'll do all the work. Yes.
But we know that she won't, okay? That's, again, not how this works.
Rather manipulative, wouldn't you say? All of these comments are like, ignore your loving wife who has wanted a dog all their life. Actually, your wife is a manipulator for wanting a dog her whole life and agreeing to do all the work. And your main concerns, not that the dog will attack anyone. Your main concerns are, poopy poop smell bad and it barks sometimes. This is
The thing is, he doesn't know whether or not the dog will attack someone. And you just read a comment from a woman whose husband got a dog against her wishes, and it did go on to attack not only her, but their small children. Because that's what dogs do. They attack people all the time. Oftentimes, their own owners.
This is incredible. Oh my god. What is this, Beth? Oh, it's Pizza Slut mimicking the sub?
I was trying to stay outside and chill, but then this disgusting mutt came next to me. Now my entire night is ruined because this awful, terrible mutt has.
And look, this dog's just off leash, it looks like. It's hard to see because it's all foggy or blurry in the background. But if that dog decided to just beeline towards someone or something, there's nothing you can do to stop it. These people don't even have control of their own dogs, and they subject everyone else around them to it and then laugh and mock the people who are actually negatively impacted by these decisions, and then claim that it's not a problem in society.
Ruined everything. Look at it. It's so smelly and
Filthy.
disgusting, and it'll probably bite my face off.
It will.
Oh, I hate it.
That was beautiful, Pizza Slut. Mwah. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Now, you might be wondering,
Okay, so the best these people can ever do is ignore reality and mock people. Got it.
how did I even find out about this subreddit? And the answer is you guys, actually. Over on my other channel, Jack is a Nerd, where I'm currently much more active, one of you told me about the subreddit in an effort to, spoilers, make me mad in just 4 words. I moderate Dogfree subreddit. What the fuck is dog? Not, god damn it. Oh my god. This is
Okay, so that's pretty much the end of the video. It's exactly what you would expect. You know, our society is constantly inundated with this pro dog nuttery that affects all of us negatively. We find a place where we can share our experiences and discuss solutions or even just vent. And then nutters find it and laugh and mock it and don't address any of the points or grievances and basically prove all of our points. So that's it for this. Thanks for watching.